Hello, welcome back to another video, and today I have finished what I promised 3 videos ago when I made this Deluxe feed tape, where as you can see the Super 3 tape in the middle and the 5x5 tape around it turn in the same direction. And for those of you who haven't seen the full video, I actually managed to cut off one slice off of it under the condition that it is sadly orientational, so this long side needs to be on the north-south axis, because otherwise this torch right here won't power this sticky piston. Instead it will power the sticky piston, breaking the entire thing obviously. And yeah, so I promised that I will make at least this thing, which is a 5x5 tape, in which the 3 residue tape turns in the opposite direction of the 5x5 tape. So as you can see, these birchwood blocks combined now and will now split up. And yeah, this actually, just as that one, 280 blocks with 5x7x8, which is small as possible, at least observerless, and took longer than you might have thought. And this was actually another thing where me and Pedtapetilon worked like on it, although it was mostly just me being a bitch and not letting him do stuff. Why is this block here? Which I'm sorry for, by the way. And yeah, so it happened exactly the same thing as the last 3 times, that we go to bed, I wake up at like 2 AM because I can't sleep, and then just no brain it in like 1 session afterwards, and I sadly removed all of his stuff he made for this, just because there was no other, I found no other way. So I'm sorry, Peter, for that. But yeah, as you can see, I'm using the sliding of the piston again right there, and it really saves a lot of trouble. The layout without using the sliding uses 3 double piston extenders, which no, just no. And this one actually uses some pretty cool tech. For example, we have right here, we have this these repeaters power this piston, but it can't push when it gets extended because stuff back there is happening. So then when this thing turns off again, so this item is currently locked by the torch, but it would be in the dropper, it gets put, this thing extends, in the meantime creating an immovable block right here for this piston. And then when it turns back off, it updates this to, well, push, as you can see right here. And yeah, right here's another thing. So this dot powers this piston through the block. It can't push because, well, it also powers this piston and that one simultaneously. And that's not an issue, considering that this piston right here would be powered anyways, so it's not like this is directional, this works like in all directions. And then 2 ticks later, this dust keeps it on, so when this dot turns off, it updates this piston because it's still powered from here. Yeah. Then here we have a falling edge monostable with this block right here, which well, just creates a 1 tick, but we need like a 2 tick. This thing, well, these things work every 4 seconds. This needs 4.3 or 4.7 ticks of delay. Why I say or right here, because we need 4 ticks between, well, the monostable and this torch. But depending on the location, you need 2 tick, 2 tick, 3 tick, 1 tick, or 4 tick 0 dot. Because I don't know, it just won't work on the server. We had it with 2-2, and if you do 2-2 here, then this block stays down here and fucks up. So yeah, no idea what's going on there. And then when testing for orientation, I had it that I needed a 3-in-1, which is just really fucking weird. One big difference to these designs, if you look from the bottom, you can sort of spot a pattern right here with the torches. At least on like half of the thing, it's just like, or 3/4, it's just torches. On this one, this goes like an entirely different way, as you can see right here. So, well, these two look normal. This entire thing right here is controlled from this block. So the signal goes like through these three, up here, into this one, through here, actually through this dropper hopper, into here. That was like one of the last minute changes, because things got pretty messy in here insanely quickly. So, whoops. If we just remove this block, you can see that half of the thing actually retracts. Well, this one obviously being powered by the redstone block down here. But otherwise, everything is controlled from this block, which is kind of funny. And, yeah. So, I think my zoomer was interested in this. And, oh, another cool tech down here. We have of course, the cauldron outputs a signal of 3. We actually have 2 comparators right here reading the signals. So we're constantly subtracting 6 from it, so it doesn't actually power the green circuit. Until from back here comes a signal strength of 15 to take pulse through this, which then actually does shit. That was also one of the final key points in this, because before this corner was empty, and I thought, like, we can't use this corner, especially since this right here looked like that with an obsidian at the top beforehand, because that dust will still update this butted piston, as you can see. And so I changed the timing so that this would act as the immovable block for the piston back there, and like added this monostable, and then this bullshit. I actually had a dropper hopper facing away from the comparator here, so we could subtract stuff, so that the final pulse, which now the pink does from back there, would be the main input actually being able to pass through the thing, because the subtraction is gone. But the timing of that was pretty fucked up, because as you can see, the dropper would be right here. It's butted from that block, and that block is like 2.5 ticks behind, so I need to update it, and then, but if we update it, we can only really do it like this, and then we lock the hopper, which would be right here, and then power it from here with a redstone block below, and then we had like no actual space, and yeah. In the end, this worked out totally fine. Also green was like inputted from here, directly reading the cauldron 4-tick monostable right here where the piston is, and then green inputting to here. But that, well, obviously had to go for pink. And, yeah, that's about it, really. I am really proud of this one. If you want a tutorial or an in-depth explanation, leave a comment. Yes. Follow me on Twitter for updates on stuff I'm working on. And, yeah. Thank you for watching, and, bye.